The shootout for the 2015 Dunlop MSA British Touring Car Championship was to take place on the world-famous Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit in Kent, as 5 former champions were still in contention with just 3 races left to run. Gordon Shedden held a 23-point lead over season-long rival Jason Plato, whilst a win for Colin Turkington at Silverstone had given him the chance to retain his title. Matt Neal and Andrew Jordan were poised a few points further back and ready to pounce should the front runners hit trouble. In something of a break from the tradition of recent seasons, the circuit enjoyed near-perfect conditions all weekend, and an incredible 42,000 fans lined the track to see firsthand who would be crowned 2015 champion. In qualifying, it was the local Motorbase Performance squad setting the pace as Matt Jackson stormed to his 3rd consecutive pole position in the ballast-free Ford Focus. With Aaron Smith and Adam Morgan both putting in impressive performances to go 2nd and 3rd, main title contenders Plato and Shedden found themselves immediately in close quarters, as the Honda would line up 4th with the VW directly behind in 6th, sandwiching fellow contender Turkington. Tensions were high as the lights went out for the first time on Sunday morning, and as the front 3 blasted away, it was reigning champion Turkington who made the best start, squeezing up the inside of Shedden into Paddock Hill Bend. Plato wasted no time in attacking the number 52 Honda. If he was to fight for the title, he would have to finish ahead, and a first nudge at Druids put the 2 cars side by side before a firm move at Surtees put the Honda wide, and Plato was through. Behind them, there was more first-lap drama as Dave Newsham went off in the PowerMax Racing Chevrolet before contact put Alex Martin's Dextra Ford Focus into the barrier at high speed. This brought out the first safety car of the day, bunching the field back up again, leading to some great battles further down the order. Aidan Moffat pulled perhaps the most memorable move all the way around the outside of Hunter Abbott at Druids, as he then rally-crossed over the grass to haul his Mercedes into a points-paying position. As the title contenders kept their powder dry for the next 2 races, Jackson, Smith and Morgan drove faultlessly to secure the podium positions, while Plato clawed back just a single point to Shedden. With lap times determining the race 2 grid, things were more precarious for 2012 title winner Shedden, who started down in 13th. Plato, meanwhile, was 8th and in prime position to mount a final title assault. As the race got underway, Jackson once again blasted into the lead, but Smith didn't start as strongly as he had in race 1, allowing Morgan up the inside. Tom Ingram and Newsham both got away well to go 3 wide with Andy Prio into turn 1, with Ingram coming out best, having slipped by Smith at Druids. It wasn't long before the safety car was on track once again, as 3 cars ended up in the gravel at Clearways, with Martin Depper, Rob Austin and Derek Palmer all out of the running. Plato made the best of the restart as he blasted past the BMW of Prio over the start-finish line in what was to be a crucial move for the team BMR RCIB Insurance star. This meant he was now in contention for a favourable reversed grid draw. Meanwhile, Shedden was in trouble. A slight damage sustained in the mid-pack scrap caused his brakes to bind, and he eventually dropped right down to 19th at the flag. His teammate Matt Neal was having a better time of it as he fought hard with the WSR BMWs of Rob Collard, Sam Tordoff and Prio, pulling some daring moves on the fearsome GP loop on his way to 7th. Jackson wasn't able to gap the field, but he did hold on for a 4th win of the year, while Tom Ingram made a great pass on Adam Morgan in the latter stages to grab his second place of 2015. It was to be lucky number 7 for Neal as he was drawn on pole for the last race of the year. In a finale that nobody could have scripted, he lined up alongside career-long rival Plato, who was in prime position to grab his 3rd title from the front row. The battle for the lead wasn't to last long though, as Neal made a mistake at Paddock on lap 1, running wide and allowing Plato through. This meant it was all eyes on Shedden, starting from the back to decide who would be crowned the 2015 champion. For the 3rd time on finals day, the safety car had to be deployed following a lap 1 off, as Ingram and Jake Hill ended up in the gravel at Druids. And there was to be more drama, as twice when the race resumed, drivers made mistakes on cold tyres and ended up in the gravel at Clearways. With the field bunching up time and again, Shedden had the perfect opportunity to gain places on each restart, and by half distance he was already knocking on the door of the top 10. With Plato doing all he could by leading, Shedden needed to come through to finish 5th or higher to become a double champion, a seemingly impossible task in the modern-day Btcc. The Scotsman was truly flying though, and within a lap he'd taken places from Tordoff, Andrew Jordan, Prio, but next up the road was Team BMR's Aaron Smith. Shedden got a great run out of Stirling's on lap 11, which set him up into clearways, and as Smith couldn't hold a tight line, the Civic Type R boldly squeezed up the inside to tick off another place. With the atmosphere at Brands Hatch at fever pitch, Shedden continued to charge. Goff and Jackson scrapped ahead for second place, but there was quite a gap for Shedden to close to get onto the back of the lead group. Among that group was Matt Neal, who was doing everything he could to make up places, putting a rough move on Jack Goff's MG into paddock, which brought Jackson and Morgan into play, with the trio going 3 wide into Druids and the Ford taking the position. As the cars continued to bash bumpers through Groundhill Bend, it gave Shedden the chance to close the gap, and before long he was right with the pack, and it was undoubtedly game on. With a move past Morgan at turn 1, Shedden had done enough, but still in full attack mode he kept heart rates racing right to the flag. Jack Goff refused to give up a podium place, but that didn't stop Gordon trying every possible opportunity to make a pass. Running flat out right to the last and with brake discs glowing red hot, Shedden crossed the line to become the 2015 Dunlop MSA British Touring Car Champion, sending the Honda Yuasa Racing garage into hysteria and bringing tears of joy to the now double title holder. With Plato taking a well-earned final victory, a gap of just 4 points separated the pair after 30 races, undoubtedly making it a Btcc year to savour and a fitting finals day to one of the most competitive seasons in the championship's long history. As the champagne flowed and the fireworks lit up the circuit, it was time to talk to the newly crowned 2015 champion, Gordon Shedden.
Gordon, unbelievable. I mean, you did that the hard way, but boy, did you do it.
Oh, man. Was it 1 point in the end? Cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. Oh, to win from that far back. The way the points have gone. Oh, man. And, you know, Matt, as ever, just helping me out and getting us over the line. It's just teamwork of the highest order on. That's absolutely awesome. Can't believe it.
What an incredible turnaround. I mean, you know, we talked earlier on in the weekend about the fact that you were quite calm going into this weekend, but I bet you haven't been calm today, have you?
It's been ups and downs, you know, the emotions of touring cars. And, you know, to start, you know, with Jason starting on the front row, me starting essentially on the back row, it just seemed an impossible task. But, you know, that Civic Type R was on fire with no ballast in it. And, you know, everyone gave me a fair bit of room out there, so I was dead chuffed.
Well done. Good.
Have you ever been that fired up inside a racing car?
I'm just desperate to try and pull something out the bag, and with all the safety cars I thought, oh, you know, we're going to run out of laps, I'm going to run out of opportunities, but wow, it was just, I mean, the car was just absolutely, yeah, I'm lost. Just the emotion's unbelievable. So happy. Did
it ever cross your mind, because I mean, I think from about, you know, 3 laps from the end you'd done what you needed to do, but did it ever cross your mind just to back off a bit, take it easy, because you just kept going for it, didn't you?
Yeah, sometimes the best way is just to keep pushing and kind of keep your rhythm, and you know, the car was absolutely fantastic, and obviously no risks with Jack Goff in the last lap, but I mean, wow, you know, in the debut year for the Civic Type R to win the championship, the manufacturers' championship, Matt, who were right up there as well, is just out of this world.
And the second championship for you, I mean, that kind of shifts you up the order. You know, you're on the level with people like Jason Plato now. And how does this one feel different to your first one?
It's even more special. It's just incredible. I just can't put into words what it's. It's just, yeah. Mega, absolutely mega.
I have to say, you've put all of these guys here through absolute torture. I mean, what was going on in the garage, you just can't believe. I mean, particularly your poor wife, Gillian. I mean, let's dive in and grab a word with Gillian. It was torturous for you all, wasn't it?
It was more torturous in between race 2 and 3. To be honest, I knew in the race he would be giving it all, but the waiting was horrible, and obviously we were all trying to keep Gordon positive because he wasn't very, but yeah, no, it's cool, really good.
Steve, let me grab a word with you. I mean, I spoke to you in the garage just before that final race. We talked about the fact that you clinched the manufacturer's title, but this was the one that everybody really wanted, wasn't it?
Oh, this is the Megabucks, yeah, without question. This is the star, this young driver here, and he's still got plenty more races in him and years to come, definitely.
Well done. I don't know about young driver, but anyway, let's just get a last word. Well, actually, let's get a word from Matt first of all about this achievement of Gordon's.
He's just been on the top of his game all year, hasn't he? No matter whether you put him in a historic car or a modern-day 2-litre touring car, turbo touring car, he's just on the top of his game. And, you know, Jason gave a good fight at the end. I couldn't keep quite pace with him, but the way Flash came through was just, I think he's definitely the justifiable champion.
I mean, you were there to help him if needed, but at the end of the day, he didn't need your help, did he?
Well, Jason sort of got his skates on, and the rest of us were having a royal scrap behind him. It was all kicking off, and then I could see, I was on the radio, and I could see Flash coming up through behind, and it's what we do. And I thought Jack might have made his life a little bit easier, but yeah, he wasn't rolling over. So yeah, it was a bit fraught right to the end.
Let's go in and grab one last word with Gordon. This is starting to sink in with you. You're still looking a little bit shell-shocked.
It just seemed like an impossible dream at the start of that one, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's just unbelievable, just absolutely unbelievable.
Great stuff. Well done, you. We'll let you grab
I wish I could say something more, but you know, these guys have done everything, and you know, to give me the car and the opportunity is yeah, and to stick with me is great, you know. And 2 championships in, it's brilliant. Love it.